everyone. We're your hosts, Chelsea
and Robin.
And this is Don't Mind If We Do.
Finally, a relatable podcast for women where we can talk about whatever we want.
Don't mind if we do.
I'm gonna wanna get crazy. Be anything but behaving like you do. Make you. Oh, don't mind if we do.
Just ran into this episode for the exercise that we're going to need from all the eating we're going to be hearing about.
Oh my gosh.
That's what this episode is about, food.
I'm really excited. We haven't had a food reviewer on yet, and especially a local one, a foodie, right?
Foodie.
Because I feel like
What the fork?
I don't make food. You know that.
I don't either. You also know that.
So we're excited because Brooke Ervin is put together this great website called What the Fork. It's
Facebook
local
group.
here to YYJ. Yeah. And so it's good because people can go on, they can join it, and then they can see all the food that she's trying.
All the food. And
right?
it's not just a couple. It's a lot. And it's amazing. And it makes me starving every time I watch it or see the pictures. But Sooke, luckily, is a bit far to drive, so I don't head out to get the food. But
You have, on occasion, though, produced some excellent food here at your home where I'm like, I could get used to this. You gave me half a wheel of cheese once, a half a smoked brie, and that
which I didn't make, but
stands out in my mind.
yeah, that was amazing.
Where's that from?
That is from Black Market Meats, also in Sooke. Apparently, Sooke is just full of all the good food.
Oh.
He's great. I
Should move
love
closer.
that meat place. Yeah. I did make soup. You had soup that I
That's
actually
true. You
homemade.
did make that.
I homemade
that
it.
was pretty good. You
Handmade it? I didn't hand make it.
You
I
homaded
it.
Yeah. I mostly use a meal prep service, Wolf Meal Prep. They do local meals, which is nice.
They're great.
And that's perfect because it's just individual portions, right? So if it's just you, then it works really great. But
I use Chef's Plate.
yes, which is for
good too.
then you get to make it yourself, right? Because you don't mind making the food.
I don't mind. It's the coming up with what to make. That's what drives me nuts.
Yeah.
It's thinking of what to make.
I think that's for everyone, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I've been hanging out at the markets a little bit more, though. I
Looking
live
for a date?
just with that.
Hanging out with
Just
your...
hanging out.
with your, I don't know, with your
lurking
dog?
with my dog and my empty shopping bag, making it look like I'm just there shopping.
Passing out your number?
It's totally normal. It's just giving
think
away
so.
business cards. That's my booth.
Yeah.
So if you come to the Moss Street Market, that's my booth. Okay, that's what I give
Is
out.
it at least a don't mind if we do card with promo?
Yeah, and
No.
on the back it just says Robin Farrell with my phone number. It's
Good.
just in sketchy
Call
writing.
me.
It's not.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure it'll work. You have a date today, so
That's true.
just
I do.
throwing that out there, everyone.
So-
Robin has a date.
It's once a year opportunity. That's it's a big deal. But I've been really enjoying some of the foods that I've been able to find locally. I want to throw out a few names here because these are really good artisans in town.
I'm going to take notes.
It's the Art of Slow Food Bread. They're a gluten-free bread company, and it looks like they've got a little food cart too down in Cook Street Village where they make pizzas, where it's gluten-free
yum.
pizza. So
Are
if
you
consider that-
gluten-free?
I'm not. No, but I just
why
felt
not?
like trying it. I heard so many good things about it. I'm like, I'll get a little loaf of bread, and it's delicious.
It's actually good bread?
It's actually good because this is the trick, right? Especially if you are eating gluten-free or whatever free, everything is
good.
not very good, right? So keep that in mind. I went to Maison Preserves,
I like the way
which
you
is
said
also,
that.
I know Maison Preserves, and how the preserves of my house. So I went there. I got this pumpkin pie spread, it sounds delicious, and it is delicious. It's perfect on crackers, of which we're next door at Jenny Marie's Crackers. Have you had these?
No, but let's circle back to the pumpkin pie spread.
Yeah, it's
like pumpkin
delicious.
pie on a cracker?
Pretty much.
Why didn't you bring some?
Because I ate the whole jar.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'll have to go back Saturday and get more because that's what I do now.
And who has that one again?
That is
the
Maison Preserves. They also sell things like pickles and salsas and stuff like that. It's delicious. And then go next door to the next little booth because that's Jenny Marie herself. She makes these crackers. I don't know if you've seen them. You can get them at local stores. You can get them at Thrifties and stuff like that. But I got to meet her in person. It was like meeting a celebrity. I'm
Did you
like,
get her autograph?
I wish I had them. Next time I'm going to get a photo because I'm like, these are the most delicious crackers I've
Really?
ever had.
Like what
ever.
kind?
There's some that are just sea salt. Some have rosemary in them. Some have like a turmeric. It's like
It's
they're
like a
delicious.
thick bread cracker or like
No,
a thin one?
it's
like a
thin-
rice cracker?
It's not a rice cracker.
Okay.
It's
Like
like
a wheat
regular.
thin?
Yeah, it's like a.
There's so many kinds of crackers.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to describe. It's
Yeah.
almost like having a sourdough type of cracker. Like it's really
Thicker?
thin.
No,
it's thin. It's thin, and it's got like good quality sea salt, like chunks of it on there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
It's delicious. Like good for a charcuterie board because you know that I love my charcuterie
You do
boards.
love love the charcuteries.
So a good cracker?
Yes.
Charcuterie?
The charcuteries. So yes, it would be perfect for that. Yeah, I know that you like that stuff. So
The sharks.
perhaps I'll get you some. Okay, if
That
you're
would be
nice to me.
With some pumpkin pie spread.
Okay.
I'll bring the smoked brie if you
Yes,
do that.
it's delicious.
So we can have a little
that's
party.
Really good.
Okay,
Good.
Perfect.
Should we leave it to our guests to really?
I was just trying to think of any local food that I wanted to suggest, but I did. Black market meats. That's my favorite. Give me meat and cheese and I'm happy.
You just keep saying the same thing. Okay, so
yeah. That's it. That's all I got. On that note,
Brooke, help us.
we'd like to introduce our guests. So here we have Brooke Ervin. Dun, dun, dun.
what the fork?
What the fork?
Okay, that's really.
Watch your language, Robin.
man, I'm
this is
sorry.
like
Well,
a kid-friendly show.
I do have somewhat of a potty mouth, so that just works. So when I feel like I need to swear, I'll just remind myself that fork works.
Fork does.
Brooke, we wanted
to.
to cheers to you, though, this morning with some local, of course,
Yeah.
beverages because you have started your new Facebook page, What the Fork, and it's already got like 1 billion people on it.
Like 1 billion and three, I
I think
think.
it had like
what's going on.
1,300 followers.
Okay.
in,
Basically
I
the
don't know,
same.
24 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
It's the
pretty
same
awesome.
thing, 1 billion.
Same thing.
That's
I mean,
close.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's close. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Brooke, on your end?
I have Sooke Brewing Company's Peach Sour.
Oh, that
delicious.
does sound
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That
anything
does
with
sound good.
peach
Yeah.
is always my go-to. So as soon as I saw peach, I knew that was for me.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so that's Sooke Brewing Company.
And what do we
and
have?
we have Sooke, what is it? Oh, Sooke Oceanside Brewery, SOB, son of a bee. Son of a fork.
What
that
the
just doesn't
fuck?
work. Son of a fork.
Exactly. Are you recording me at the same time my face? So I know, to be careful, while drinking and eating and, things like that.
Be careful what you do with your face. Yeah.
Careful what I do with
Even
my
though this
face.
is audio, we still have to look at
Yeah.
it.
It's just a life tip more than anything else. It's just a life tip that Chelsea's
All
giving
right.
you. It's not really a
Okay.
podcast tip.
All right,
Just be
yeah.
careful what you do with your face. Okay?
Careful what
That's very good.
That's why my parents always said I had a face for radio, So
Your face is beautiful.
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, so we've got Stiff Jab
Okay.
and you've got Peach Sour. So this is
Stiff
fun.
Jab.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like
Yep.
stiff jab's going to be. Have
This
you
is
had the
actually-
stiff jab?
No,
Brooke,
this
have you
is
tried
actually-
the stiff jab?
No,
Too much
no.
for you?
This is actually delicious. This is actually dangerous. It just tastes like a peach juice or something.
Okay, danger.
So Brooke didn't even wait for us.
yeah.
She didn't even wait. She's
Thanks,
just like
Brooke.
jumping
So
right in.
congratulations.
Good. So cheers
Congratulations.
to us. Quick on the draw. Okay, cheers to you over there in Sooke.
Yeah.
Cheers with all our Sooke beer.
It was
Yay.
We've said
delicious.
Sooke a lot of times now already.
Yeah.
So
It's that is Sooke-alicious. I don't mind it.
the fork.
Good one. That's I gotta use that.
It's okay.
That's a stiff jab punch in the face. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good
Oh,
beer.
that
it's-
is good.
It's a pale ale, which is nice. I mean, it's good for any time. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
good in the summer.
all drinking
in the
it's like-
heat.
In the summer or heading into Halloween or at Christmas.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Looks like we're all
breakfast?
drinking on the job, so that's amazing.
Hey, that's my
We got
favorite.
good jobs, We got good jobs.
We do have good jobs. Yes.
What the fork
What
would just
the
hit you with a
fork?
stiff jab. Okay, that's it. Okay.
That's all we're gonna say this whole episode. What the fork?
Yeah.
What the fork?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, Brooke, about what the fork.
Yeah.
Well, I started during the pandemic, trying to support our local restaurants. I started with, I know that they were all having a really hard time. So I started spending my money shopping around and trying all the different places that I could. And it started just with Facebook groups where I would share to Sooke. But because I was kind of visiting these places too often and too many of them, it was hard for a lot of people to keep track. I may be there every night at a different place.
Self-disclosure.
It's become a little bit of an addiction for sure. With my dog
right.
Beef Roast. My dog, I have a 74-pound English bulldog. Her name is Beef Roast.
He's very
it's
fit.
It's a lady.
Fit and
it's a
thin.
lady. It is a.
She.
It is
She,
a lady. It's
yeah.
a she. And
She.
she is my food mascot. So I created What the Fork for Facebook. So that way people could keep track of
Okay. What
exactly
you eat.
what I'm eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
where I'm
where
going.
to go.
I've noticed you haven't put a calorie count up on anything
No,
yet.
please don't.
Brooke, and please
No.
don't. Okay.
No,
Just
no,
leave that
you know,
out there, okay?
Calorie
people
free.
I know people do wonder why, they feel like I'm not, a hippo. Obviously I am running to these food places,
Right.
I mean, that's
Obviously.
Yeah,
why
all
I-
of them. That's
Yeah, that's
your
right.
main-
I run and I get to the
So
food
do you
truck.
run there and then you only consume what you can without having to take any extras home? Like you just consume it all there and then you
No.
run home?
It's takeout.
That's right. I mean,
Oh.
usually I take a cab or, someone picks me up. 'cause, I mean,
So you run to the cab.
I will admit,
basically.
I was at the 17 Mile last night and I had some, some serious munchies. And I ordered 3 full entrees for myself. And as we sat there talking, they bring me the takeout boxes to take home. And those boxes are empty, man. I left them on the table.
That was presumptuous of them.
Yeah, I did ask for it, to go boxes.
Okay,
and then I
okay,
realized, I mean, why? Why would I take it home? I mean, that's just, it's
Yeah.
here. It's now.
Well, maybe you just want those boxes to put other stuff at your house in.
That's
You know
right.
what I
And
mean?
then
Like you just take
yeah,
the boxes
like
home and
Lego
That's right.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like whatever.
that's right.
Yeah,
Like
whatever you
storage.
have.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Totally.
Gosh, I love it.
that
Oh, my
I
word.
find that
That's
but yeah, the
amazing.
Facebook page is just to make people smile. I try to make jokes out of it. I try to make people laugh. It's definitely not to rub it in anybody's face where I eat, and I definitely
my
don't go to these
goodness,
places
no.
expecting anything for free. I'm definitely there to support, so I don't expect
Yeah.
discounts or free food. Some of these places do recognize me and love what I'm doing and do
Totally.
offer a little bit, of help, but never ever is it expected.
No, and it's sharing businesses, and you show the pictures, which makes me want to go to each and every one of them
That's right,
myself. So you're promoting local business, which is amazing, and that's what we love to do on this podcast.
Hooray!
So, what the fork?
What the fork? I do have a few people. I do have a few people that, or a lot of people that do follow behind me in my trails, and they do visit the places that I do. So that is kind of nice and awesome.
Yeah.
That every time I make a recommendation, those people do go to them. So that's the whole
You're
point. of it,
basically an
so
influencer.
Yeah, basically.
I like to think so.
And people are
you know?
going to the fork side with you, so it's like. Going
I
to
mean,
the
I
dark
don't
side,
think
but-
my
fork
doctor
side?
would recommend. My doctor probably wouldn't agree.
No.
She did join my Instagram page, so I had to scale back a little bit or block her from some things, but
Probably
she's
so
there.
that she knows when you come in what she's expecting.
That's right.
Health-wise.
That's right. Yeah.
What you've eaten
She's,
in the day.
she's one of my biggest supporters, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
I think she just wants to
Yeah.
support you in living a long and healthy life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
doing by
have a
supporting
good
businesses.
relationship. We have a good relationship. So that's good.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. So tell us what is beside you, and let's
Oh,
show
yes.
us. We can
Okay.
take a
This is
picture,
my-
but tell us.
Hold on. Yeah. So this is, I would like to think it's about we're going to say about 6 inches high. It definitely weighs a couple of pounds for sure. I will weigh it just for people.
Amazing.
But this is called the Chompkin. So if you can actually compare it to the size of my head, I do have a big head. So it's hard to really see the size, but this thing is pretty massive. It's from our local food truck, Chompkins, which just is in the Mariners Village. Her prices are just incredible. That it's hard not to want to support her every single day.
What is the price on this Chompkin burger? What is it? What's the price on that?
She has just upped her prices a little bit, which is totally understandable. I mean, she
Yeah,
works
it's
extremely
huge.
hard. So this burger is $16.
Amazing.
But it's probably about 3 burgers, to be honest.
Yeah.
What's in there? What's in there? What's
So
in there?
we have got 2 beef patties. We've got, it looks like avocado. It's got a bunch of onion rings, peppers. It's got pickles, sauce, bacon, tomatoes,
word.
lettuce. It's gooey, filled with sauces. Oh, and it is absolutely loaded with mushrooms, that's like my go-to. So, my partner can't eat mushrooms. So the moment I get an opportunity to devour mushrooms, I will take first stab at that. So
I want to ask
Okay.
you, Brooke, on a serious note, what is your plan of attack with this? Because are you going to just go wide mouth and try to
Yeah.
smush it down?
You have to smush
Are
it.
you going to, how are you going to do this?
Yeah. How do you get that in your
that
mouth?
would be like
What's
just,
the fork?
I think squishing it would be like destroying it. So I think you just got to open wide and hope for the best.
Okay. Well, off
Yeah.
you go, because I'm
Okay.
just taking
Ready,
a photo now.
ready,
You
set,
want,
go.
you want me to eat this? On camera
yeah.
right
Yeah.
now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have my bib on.
That's okay.
I always
fine,
wear
just-
bibs.
just-
Okay, all right.
Face first.
Yeah, face
Okay.
first.
Brooke,
Let's
want
see how
the
it's done.
fork?
Oh my God. It's up to her
Yes!
eyebrows. Up to her eyebrows. That was amazing.
Well
oh my
done.
God.
Well done.
It covers your face. Oh, keep going. Yeah. Can you share that? Like, I am starving
You know we
now.
can't
I
share
don't
food
care.
through the podcast.
It is.
Yeah.
No
Only my
sharing.
dog.
I love
Only
that she's
my
like,
dog.
I don't care about you.
No, I love
Fork
you.
off.
Fork off. Get the fork out of here.
Get the fork out of here.
Shut
man.
the fork up.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's the truth.
I love that this is kid friendly because we're saying fork.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good.
No disclaimers required.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
how
like-
is
look
it?
at this.
Amazing?
It's like
Oh, it's
dripping down
dripping.
my arm.
Dripping.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the
fantastic.
best. Yeah, yeah. So, Brooke, tell us about a few of the real surprises.
mouth is full.
I realize you're busy, but we're curious about like a couple of what are the key surprises? Like you're like, oh, this place in Sooke has this, or this place in the West Shore has this.
Oh, like hidden gems.
yeah, like hidden gems.
I feel
of
like
the-
Little Gecko was one because
Of
you
the
posted
fork.
about Little Gecko. I've never heard of it, and it
Lazy
looked amazing.
gecko, I don't even know.
Oh, lazy
Yeah,
gecko, lazy.
It's all stuck in my teeth now. It's fantastic.
It's fine.
We can't see
The
because
lazy
it's far
gecko is
away.
definitely a surprise, you know, like that place. The burritos, I mean, they probably weigh 7 pounds. I mean, they're 2 of my face. And again, I have a big face. So they're definitely a fantastic. They have a huge variety of menu. So there's something definitely there for everybody. No, the hidden gems, I mean, I absolutely love our food trucks. I kind of justify them all a little differently. Like I find like our Sooke River Grill is kind of like the ballpark burgers where, the only reason why you go to the baseball game anyways.
Burgers.
And
And the men.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
they are
point.
some cute
Oh,
guys
yes.
working there. Definitely the Sooke Brewing Company has some good looking men. I'd say where
Not
I
mean
like
the cute man at the concession.
yeah, the East Sooke. The East Sooke food truck is probably one of my favorites. It is called Taste Buds, and I mean that's kind of a burger that's still messy, but you would probably
Oh, your burger is totally flopping onto
fine.
your
Beef-
computer.
yeah. But beef roast will clear that up in a little bit.
5-second rule, Brooke. Will you 5-second rule
We
it?
don't have. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
just
do
do
it.
it.
Do it. Nice.
Yeah. I don't
Amazing.
care.
Right into the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Just fork it.
Taste Buds, I would definitely say would be like a burger you'd find on like the keg menu. It's just got that
Nice.
high end flavor to it, but still messy, which I enjoy a really messy burger,
Yeah.
as you can see. The Chompkins just
And
has
they give
a,
Hot Wheels. The Taste Buds give Hot Wheels to the kids in the kids meal, which is
Okay,
fun.
well that's amazing. I
Yeah.
would never take my kids there because I'm just there for myself, right? So
yeah, you don't share.
Selfish.
You said that already.
It's just,
yeah.
that's just ridiculous. I mean, we've got lots. I mean, like Chompkins, which is where I got this burger from. I mean, she's just got, I don't even know how she could build this thing to make it stand up all on its own. But she serves
don't know how you're
breakfast. She's there
holding it
bright and
still.
early. She is there. And I've actually done this burger on time lapse. And probably, under 2 minutes, I had polished off the entire thing. So that is a video to watch.
Oh my gosh, it's falling out everywhere. You can put it down if you need to.
This was a computer from the 80s, so I can't promise the person that it will work after this. But
Right.
that's not important.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to do what you have to do for what the
As-
fork. Okay.
And
It's
for
covered
don't
in-
mind if we do. Yeah.
It is covered in bacon.
Wow. You
well,
might have to take
yeah.
a picture of the laptop after and send it because.
Yes, I will.
It
Yeah,
looks
now
like
I
it
owe
might
them
be
a new
ruined.
Laptop.
Oh shoot.
Brooke, I wanted to ask you a question and whether or not food is sort of, and doing all of this stuff is kind of healing for you. I hope it's okay that we bring up, you are Hannah Day's mom, and Hannah lost her battle to cancer back in 2019 when she was 9. And just after that, you had started working with the Sooke community and actually making food for the community, right? Like you really got into food right away. Is there something
it.
healing or therapeutic for you about that?
You know what? It is. My daughter was the most important person in the entire world to me. I won't get emotional. This is about being funny.
Yep.
I lost.
you
the one
can. It's
person-
okay if you do.
I know. I lost the one person who loved me more than anything in the entire world.
Yeah.
So I felt no purpose. It was really hard, I think, as a parent who loves their kid uncontrollably. Like, how do you continue? Is your biggest question. Like, what purpose do you have when your child dies? I honestly, the community showed me random acts of kindness. I mean, I didn't know these people, and they made sure that we weren't just living off hospital food, and they made sure that we had a home to come back to. I didn't know any of them, you know, and a lot of them have actually become really good friends. So when she died, I realized that I didn't want to just keep taking, and that it was my chance and opportunity to give back. So, I mean, I will admit that, you know, during the pandemic, I took full advantage of not having to spend time with family, you know, and avoiding that Christmas dinner. I was like, yes, you know. So I was like, what can I do? So I started during the pandemic, all the holidays mainly. I was cooking as many turkeys as I possibly can, stuffing birds. I was making probably 300, 400, 500 meals. Every holiday season, and I was distributing those to anybody. I mean, it didn't matter if you couldn't afford Christmas dinner or couldn't have Christmas dinner, or you just didn't want to cook and you just wanted a day off.
Yeah.
I was there to provide that for people. So every day I pay it forward. So mainly with food. So like at Tim Hortons this morning, for example, I made sure I covered the lineup's worth of food. And that's just something that I choose to give back, you know. I mean, that's how I choose to spend my money, you know. I probably could be rich or have a lot more of it, but I mean, I'm happy, and I would rather see nobody go without. So I will continue to do that as much as I possibly can. I mean, coming this holiday season, October, I was thinking about continuing that and seeing how many turkeys I can possibly cook, and also giving it away.
I love that.
That's amazing. You literally dropped off wonton soup on my doorstep because I made a comment saying that it looked delicious. She's like, I'll just drop one off for you.
Funny you said that. A lady yesterday, total random, no idea who she is, Facebook posted she had a mad craving for cabbage rolls. So I was like, texted her immediately, and I'm like, what's your address? And within 15 minutes of her post, I delivered cabbage rolls that I found in the back of my fridge, you know, to her plate, you know. So
how old are they?
Great question.
I mean, I haven't heard from her today. So
which could be good or bad.
Good or
bad. Yeah.
You know, it was
Whatever.
the thought that counts. It was the thought that counts there, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I did. No, I made them
I'm
yesterday.
sure they were good.
I made them yesterday, and they're one of my favorite things to eat, and I ended up giving them all away before I even had a chance.
Your
to eat them
cooking
myself.
is
And
amazing.
that's where my meal prepping started. My off season, I have an inflatable addiction during the summer. So my off season, I was like, I'm going to meal prep, and I'm going to like lose some weight, and I'm going to be healthy. And, you know, I posted all my menu that I was going to, and you know what? The overwhelming response I got from people that wanted my help, I never ended up getting to meal prep for myself. I never got to eat any of the
those
meals
burgers
that I made.
that are beside you.
Yep, I end up giving it all away, and you know, before I think about myself, that's just something that I have always done. You know, I will make sure somebody has before I do.
But we love the cool, fun twist on What the Fork, because now it's basically, like Chelsea said, just you going to support local businesses, those businesses that have maybe given back at some point, have maybe given food to other people in need in their community. And now you're back out there, you're eating at all of them pretty much in the same day. And then,
the same
and then
meal.
posting about it. And then people are really active on the page. They're like, oh yeah, I've been there, tried that, or like, try this next time, or whatever, right? Like, did you think it would be so interactive when you started it?
I don't really know. I didn't really know what to expect, I guess. I mean, I know a lot of people live enviously through my eating and my food, but I mean, I guess like food makes everybody happy. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're happy or depressed or having a rough day, you know? Like, I mean, I don't know what the person behind me today in the drive-thru was going through, but it didn't matter. I made sure, you know, she got to eat her bagel and her dark roast coffee on me today, right? So, little things like that. I just feel that the page was it was meant to make people laugh. You know, I don't just post the images. I make sure I add beef roast in there, taking a nap, or
your
me with
bibs,
my
I'll
bibs.
say something funny.
My bibs, I always am wearing a funny bib to make people laugh. You know, like it's more about, you know, not only just supporting in the humor, but just to make someone's day feel better. You know, like that's
Never mind that you're ordering 6 meals for yourself, and that's also funny with the pictures.
Why don't
of
we
you eating
normalize
it.
that? Why can't we normalize
It
that
is
behavior
normal.
more? Okay,
I mean,
think,
let's
Brooke,
take-
you're onto something. Yeah.
I mean, not always. I mean, yes, a lot of the food posts that you see, it is kind of an illusion. I mean, some of them are, I'm out for a birthday dinner and there's 10 of us and we all order and I take all the pictures and I'm like, look what I just ate, So people have to realize that in fact, I'm not eating all those, but I feel like, we got to advertise that stuff. I mean, and it's funny because anybody that goes out for dinner with me automatically knows that they don't get to eat their food until it's cold, right? Because they are pushing the plates in front of me and it takes me a good 15 minutes to make my videos and my pictures. And I mean, and that's just what happens when you come along the ride for me. We eat it when it's cold because I'm there to advertise and I'm there to make sure you get to see what we're eating. And, it's still delicious cold. So.
Yeah. What the fork?
What the fork? Like,
How do people get on board with What the Fork if they haven't found it already?
It's just on Facebook as What the Fork. I hope that there's not another group called that. I mean, it's not classified as Sooke or anything like that. I did start traditionally, with Sooke, but I've kind of eaten my way through Sooke. There really isn't a lot of places left.
A lot of places left. Mode now.
That's right.
Expanding.
So I will move my way into Victoria. I mean, it is kind of nice. I do get messages from restaurants in town and other places that are inviting me to come and have dinner on them. They appreciate what I do. And again, it's not expected, but it's really thoughtful and it's really nice, So
I just looked it up. It is the only What the Fork group.
Okay, What the Fork. And actually, the What the Fork came from is I bit into a chicken sandwich. I will post that video as well. I bit into a chicken sandwich, and it was the crispiest chicken sandwich I ever had. It was one of the best chicken sandwiches that I ever ate, and it broke my tooth.
Oh no!
So it came from
it's good when
it's good when they get that batter so good that it's worth the dentist trip. I mean, like I would 100%. Eat that crispy chicken sandwich again. I can't remember where I got that from, or maybe it was homemade, but it was funny. And instead of yelling in front of my kids, I was like, "What the fork?" It just came out and it stuck. So
it's also good. Yeah, it's a good alternative swear word if you are.
It is an alternative.
I feel like it's the same thing. If you do that, it's the same.
It's the same.
Like if your kid says "What the fork," it's the same.
That's right. Especially when they're little and the pronunciation isn't there. It is saying
exactly.
the F word.
It's the same.
But you know what? Whatever.
Still funny.
Laugh. Yeah.
Still funny for sure.
It is really funny.
Yes, we should let you go finish that burger before it's cold.
So. The flies
on Facebook. Get it now.
The flies are like, this
is the hard reality of becoming a food reviewer, a world-renowned food reviewer. There's going to be flies and bees and things like that
critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
Is she critically acclaimed?
100%.
Again, it wasn't for attention or to be famous or, it all came down to just making sure I could do whatever I could to make sure that our local restaurants could survive. I can't just be the one person eating at all these places to make sure their bills are paid, but I will do my darndest to support them as best as I possibly can.
But now that you've been a guest on Don't Mind If We Do, you are now famous because we have over 1 billion followers.
We do?
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Just like she has 1 billion in her Facebook group. It's the same. We have like 1 billion
I think my dog Beef Roast will in turn make me famous. I don't think myself. I post a picture of myself and I get 4 likes, and I post a picture of Beef Roast taking a nap, and for some reason she gets like 1 million. I mean, I don't really understand that.
People love the dogs. Yeah,
the dog. I mean, the dog will beat me every time. But hey, if she, makes it,
at least it's your dog. So
it is my dog. It is my dog. So I'm,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us and enjoying a burger while we watched. That was
no problem.
Fun. I'm going to go out and get one now myself and have
one. Chompkins, Mariners Village. You can't miss her. Yeah. Oh, and if you're down there, make sure you try out Flying D's. Flying D's is right next to her. You will never go anywhere for a poutine. You can't beat Flying D's poutine. It's all like homemade, and they cook their own beef, and it is.
Yum!
I can't even describe the Flying D's poutine, but for me, you must get down there to Flying D's at Mariners Village and eat there.
So that's just down Church Road then, right?
That's at the very end of
on
Church
the water
Road.
side?
So you just keep
Right
going.
there.
You just keep going through Sooke Road, Church Road, Kitty Corner to, I guess, the Chevron. You can't miss them. Their food is just incredible down there as well. Like all of our food trucks are, for real. Like they are. I don't have anything negative to say. And that's one thing about my food posts as well, that I won't leave a negative review. Everybody has a different taste buds, and everybody has a different style of food. So if I go somewhere and I just don't like it, I just won't post. Which actually I haven't had that yet, because there's always something there that I will like. I may advertise all the pictures, but I will only talk about the one item that maybe I had that I really loved. But I will make sure that I definitely won't sabotage any restaurant, because of course we all have different
Everyone
tastes.
likes different.
Right? So that's right. Yeah.
Brooke Ervin,
Perfect.
foodie of the people.
What the fork?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see, I even got my shirt on.
Nice. My diet starts tomorrow with the same burger. That's the burger on your
burger you
plate.
just ate.
Burger. My mom bought it for me, I think, for motivation.
Very good.
But,
Good.
we'll get
Love
there
it.
every Monday.
Your mom and your doctor got together and got you a T-shirt. Okay,
It was
that's
actually
perfect.
my doctor who bought me the shirt, but I didn't want to, put that on here. But I mean, now that it's out, she did ship it in the mail to me. Nudge, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, from her. But I appreciate it. It does cover most of, when I drop, like I just saw the bacon. So it's a good cover for sure.
Awesome. Well, we're off to go get our own burgers now. So thank you, Brooke. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, tell her I sent you guys down there, and it's called the Big
Definitely.
Chomp Burger.
Nice.
Yeah,
We're
Big
chomping it.
Chomping.
All right.
Thanks,
Okay.
Brooke.
Thanks. And
Bye-bye.
what the fork?
What the fork?
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Don't Mind If We Do is brought to you by Vintage Chic Portrait, helping everyday women feel beautiful in their own skin.
Thanks for listening to Don't Mind If We Do. If you loved it, please share this episode with a friend and follow us and check us out on Facebook, and we'll follow you back. As long as you don't mind if we do.
You probably won't mind. You'll probably like it.